welcome puppets of Geppetto, and welcome fans, new and loyal, to the next installment of your Lies of P plus DLC, easy to follow, Platinum Guide. In the last video, we dropped all the shortcuts, we defeated the Puppet of the Future, and we're ready now to go on and find Venigni again, ready for our fight with Flame King FUOCO. And another one should do the trick. Oh no. There it is. That new game plus extra piece of durability. Now we've defeated these, we can simply cross the pipe. Onward.
All right, Venigni. Put yourself together. Have a duty to this thing.
Up the steps. Grab star fragments. Since the boiler puppet's all the way over there, we've come to Venigni first. If the boiler puppet is in position,
right,
then you might as well defeat it. Fire up the Stargazer.
And to your own sterling reputation. But before all this,
Exhaust Venigni. Now we're going to wait for the boiler puppet. Come on. Here, boy. Do. Yeah, nice chunky plunge attack. Charge attack. Yeah, you like that? Ready for a stun soon. That should do the job. Now he's out of the way. Come up and have a cheeky rest. We're also going to swap to the Aegis, just in case you need it for this fight. In theory you shouldn't, but better to be safe than sorry. Equipment wise, what are we on? We're already on strike damage reduction for our armor liner, so that's perfect. We also are going to swap, instead of the large electric, we're going to go for the large capacity radiation, reducing our fire damage. And up to you, you are welcome to put on some pulse cells or throwing cells for Hail Mary at the end of the fight. The key thing we are going to put on though is our electric blitz abrasive. That's what's going to make us just do so much damage in this fight. Also remembering to put on the cube so we can heal our Spectre if needed. But in theory we shouldn't need to heal the Spectre. We're not going to bother with the upper section, there's no items there that are specific to our needs. So we take out this one. Walk, and run. And you. And you. There we are. Electric Blitz at the ready. We're going to use that straight away when we go in. Remember to summon the Spectre. And we're going to hopefully skip phase 2 by utilizing his stagger timing. Open the door. And if you remember, there's a distance that he needs to make up to get to us. We're going to use that to get our electric blitz. Remember triple spin attack is the one that can do the most damage to you. So if you start spinning, let him spin all 3 times before you then get your charge attack. Here we go. Bonk. Stable. Stable. Charge. Done. Okay. Phase 2. Oh no! Oh no, there it is. Phase 2, remember to wait. Oh! Wait a few seconds before you heal the overheat. And remember, he's just going to do hidden run tactics. There, we were that close. If you can get the stagger before he goes into phase 2, you can skip phase 2 entirely. I don't use that Spectre here. There we go. It's only that transition that causes any form of concern in that fight. Go to Pulcinella.
What do we have here? A broken butler puppet.
Fire up the
I seem to
Stargazer.
remember someone on the 2nd floor. Think it belongs to him? We gotta ask what happened sometime. Now's good.
And you can see here that Venigni is at the hotel. So we don't need to go back to him. Switch your Legion arm back to the puppet string. And we can warp to the hotel. We don't need to go back to him for the clap gesture, as we already have it. At the hotel, recharge Fable.
It isn't my savior. Glad to see you made it back in one piece, my friend.
Talk and exhaust Venigni. I'm just going to exhaust his dialogue.
No, Papa.
There we go. Now that's done, equipment-wise, we can swap back to the insulation for that 0.01 extra physical damage reduction that it gives us.
I'll use my power.
Sophia,
I am
talk
my
about her
own.
power just to get rid of the
I'll
new
use my
icon. Level up. Add Ergo. We're going to add 1 Vivid Crystal for 7,000 and 1 Ergo Chunk for 3,000. And that should give you enough to get 3 levels, all 3 into capacity to get it up to 36. So 3 levels into capacity, capacity at 36. And what that means now is Carrier's Amulet we can replace with the Hunter's Amulet, and instead of our axe we can put back on the Proof of Humanity, and there we are. We're now below 60% and we're getting extra Ergo for our troubles as well. If you want to stay with the axe and you want to gain the same amount of Ergo as me, you can adjust your Lada cartridge to a lighter weight one. So the Arch Disruption cartridge is a good example, and that should help plug the gap. Now we've done all that, we're going to teleport to 3-4, the centre of Venigni Works. Onward we go. Down the big ladder. Watch out for the exploding barrels. Grab a useless fire canister. Okay, onward. Remember that there is a puppet here where this axe is. Beware the canister. Remember there's an ambush here. Grab iron protection because it's there. Head around. Pop this puppet here. Grab the thermite. Rope the barrel, and that should make the sniper across there. We are still going to deal with that upper sniper as well. We don't want him or it consciously, can't sentence. We don't want it constantly throwing, I don't know if it's shot puts or cluster grenades. Thermites. Yeah. Don't need the weapon from the chest, we only came up there just to deal with the sniper. Behind the crate for a special ampule, always nice. Good miss, Carlo. Yeah. Now we've dispatched of these. Remember, to the left here, there's another ambush, so don't pick up the item yet. Just hover over. Which way did they go, George? And then you can grab the dim chunk and Dark Moon Moonstone. We will be upgrading quite a few special weapons from the DLC, so these moonstones do help. Grindstone on, just to help with the puppet. Or the boiler puppet, I should say. Yeah. Oh, I got smushed. Oh, I got double smushed. Oh, that was silly. I believe I misshot the range of the basic triangle fable. But that's fine because after the boiler we can continue onwards for the next Stargazer. After we've used it, onward.
These bodies.
Left, use the rope as it's Pitchforker who uses the Sweeper's moveset.
Puppets do this?
Remember here to charge past and head up, as we want to take out the sniper up the top first. Yeah, they've changed it since the patch. These puppets no longer follow you up. Okay, we can grab the saw blade and the thermite, and then something that is different in New Game Plus is there is now a chest here, and this gives you the transformation amulet +1, which increases your advance by 6. So we don't need it, but it's a nod to something that's different. Remember that this is a floor trap. So, fall down. Oh no! Grab the radiant chunk. Butterflies are optional, so only attack them if it is safe to do so without blowing yourself up with the barrels. Don't know why I went out of my way to get the Moonlight Town Guide. I think it's just force of habit. Upward. Ignore the ambush room. Not this one. Got ahead of myself. I forgot there was 2 puppets there. Ignore this ambush room. Don't need to get anything from there. Save a bit of time. Grab the ergo by the grave. And this is where we use the Stalker's greeting gesture. As I mentioned before, I don't know if you can do it without defeating that other puppet or not, but I defeat that puppet anyway.
Do you want to go up, Jack?
I still don't know.
If you're determined. Are you
We are a
a
stalker. Give the Stalker's greeting.
Interesting.
And the unskippable dialogue section. Grumble. Just gonna grind my sword. Because this grinds my
Ladies
gears.
and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Pilgrim's Cable Railway. Now, those of you
See
who
the
joined us
anger
in
in
Moonlight
Carlo's
Town,
face.
we hope your preparations for the pilgrim's journey are well underway. Fascinating town, Moonlight, just fascinating. Back in the day, the only way to reach the cathedral was
Jiminy.
using a rope and pulley. So, thanks for building it on a cliff, St. Frangelico. I kid. Frangelico, wonderful saint, wonderful. Anyway, next stop, the Bridge of Atonement. While you atone there, don't miss a magnificent view of beautiful KRAT. It's been my pleasure, friends, and enjoy the rest of your journey. I've been your captain on this ride, Gemini! Well,
It's like a minute
not
long,
bad,
but it
huh?
feels
I
like
really am good at
5.
this. When in doubt, let Gemini be your guide.
So yeah, unfortunately we will need to do this one more time in our final playthrough.
I'm sure it's fine. Let's get a move on, pal. Oh, something's off. Do you see that over there? I recognize dead puppets. That's to be expected, but what is that?
Fire at the Stargazer. At the Stargazer, we're going to do a level, and we're going to put a level into Motivity. We're finally going to get Motivity up, so we're going to increase it by 1 to 6. Equipment-wise, liner, we can change it to the multi-layer for pierce. Actually, no, sorry, we want slash. Fiber reinforce for slash damage reduction. Another unskippable cutscene. Thankfully, this one only lasts a few seconds. Such a Resident Evil style cutscene as well.
No idea what those things are, pal. But proceed with caution.
onward, straight to the right. Remember, around here, rope. Up, and one more carcass. And onwards we go.
What is happening?
Trio of Carcai
What's
here.
their problem? Wait, their
There's
bodies
probably
are
carcasses, but I like Carcai.
What's going on? Keep those eyes of yours
Take that,
open.
Carcai. Inside, pray at the statue, so use the pray gesture for some humanity points. There we go. The Ergo is whispering. Head out. Good old pee-pee.
My eyes. The gold.
Get the free recovery wish
people
stone, which is
alive.
why it's worth
Seems
doing this. Keeping that on friendship. Optional, the chest now has the Belford cartridge +1. Still not within the range of equipable. Now we're going to head back, and when you get to the large double doors, you're going to actually be able to you'll read the King of Puppets message, because it will no longer be scrambled. And this is where things start to get a bit more interesting. Protect the humans. The king wishes to eradicate all monsters born with the petrification disease. Protect the humans, so says the king. So yeah. Puppet frenzy caused by Geppetto, but once the monsters started, it was actually good friend Romeo, the king of puppets, who's trying to protect the humans. I mean, not doing the best job of it, but he's trying. Right, we're going to try and get some 1v1s. Nope. Mean to do that. I meant to pull him to me, not the other way around. Feel free to use your grindstone and try and get. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Oh, look at you! Fine, fable. I was going to say, an enhanced rope plus fable will get the stagger. Oh, I think that was a random floor drop, but it was only a sawtooth wheel, so my bad for picking up, but it's nothing impactful. But yes, full fable will do enough to build that stagger, then either charge attack or an enhanced rope. Open up. And repair the Stargazer. Have a rest to recover all your resources. Oh, loads of time. Let's go. Say hi to Angelico. Angelico. See you soon. Doop doop doop. Doop doop. Woke up. Right, and charge across the decay pits. You get a sawtooth. Shunk. Nope. There we go. Onward and upward. Couldn't agree with more with you. Brr, blurb. I'm not sure why he didn't hit me, but I'll take it. Don't worry about the drop items, they're not worth it. What I am going to do though is put on thermite and wait for the gap. 1, wait for the gap. 2. That means we can now walk nice and calm. And it's all your fault now if you fall because there's no big sniper to worry about. That counts for me as well. And over here, 1, 2. There we go. Same again. Wait for the broken gap. Optional, but it's worth grabbing star fragments. You will eventually end up with too many of these than you'll ever need, but in case of boss retries, it's always good to have a surplus of star fragments. Down we go. Balls. Remember, ambush immediately to your left. And ambush from here. Onward, in here. Excuse me, game? Game? Right, after we've done that, we're going to do one of these, and that'll do the job. Right. Speaking of right, up and to the right for the Vidergo. And we're back to this part. So remember, you're waiting for the broken piece and just sprinting across. Push the fire. We don't actually need to use down there, but it's worth just not having the corrosion area. Over across, and priority 1 is of course pulling the shortcut lever, so we don't have to do all that again. Right, before you enter, put on your fire abrasive. Fire up. Yep. Just damage through. Up the ladder so that we can grab the ergo. Grab the KRAT supply box. And take the lift down.
Archbishop Andreas once told me. Always be true to
Cecile.
myself. Everything I can.
Thank you. Grab the thermite. And once we fire up the Stargazer, we're going to head back to the hotel. Right, at the hotel, first and foremost, recharge Fable. Head over to Polendina and give the KRAT supply box.
This I shall. Welcome to.
Purchase the quartz and the apple. Top up so that you have 30 sawtooth, so I need to buy 2 more. Find Sophia wherever she may be.
I'll use my power.
Add ergo. You're going to spend 6 dim ergo chunk. So 6 of those, and then you might have to spend a couple of vivid. I didn't need to, but I'm going to spend them anyway because it's in my notes. If you need to spend more, start with your dim ergo fragments and then work your way up until you've got enough. 2 levels to get motivity up to 8. It's not having the hugest amount of impact at the moment, but it will mount up, especially once we start changing weapons. So 2 levels into motivity to get it to 8. Time to gather some fruit. And my priorities are having 12 backup friendship. So we've got that 3 plus 12. So now I'm going to work on recoveries. Advance works well as well if you want to go the Legion instead of health routes. If you find that your pulse cells are enough, then the Advance gives you something that you don't otherwise have. And there are Legion magazines as well if you're worried about Legion. head over into the chair. I will change my shape, but I'm only going to do it when I start the DLC, because I want to make it very obvious for everyone in the DLC that I am Carlo and they're just ignoring. Right, perfect weapon durability recovery. Perfect guard, fable charge, enhance 1 on the ability. And then last one is on the item, you're going to go increase throwing object possession limit 1. So we can now have more throwables on us without having to rest to replenish. And there we go. Plenty of time still, lovely. Moving on to 4-4, the Cathedral Library. Onward we go. Remember there is a floor trap here, so just be mindful of that. Let's get sawtooths and thermites back. So I'm luring the carcass and getting rid of that first trap. Sawtooth this one, and now we've got a clear shot for 2 thermites over there. Remember to trigger traps before you grab items. And we're just going to methodically work our way through. I don't need to drop down. That's an area we don't need to worry about, thankfully. So we're just going to lure traps. Then grab items. Oh. Right, let's use a blue resistance, attribute resistance ampule. Apologies saying blue when there are colorblind people. Grab the Dimergo chunk. And worst case, if we do get decay, we've got plenty of recovery to deal with. Enhanced rope on this one. Charge attack afterwards. Follow up with another charge. And there we go. Nice and easy. And over to the left for Mr. Fakes-a-Lot. I'm all misty. Don't know why I was all misty.
Damn it! I can't find the way out.
Right, we are going to lie again. So time decision. We're going to send this this betrayer to Venigni Works.
Sure, I don't know. I'm looking. Do you know
Venigni Works.
Venigni? But I have a lot. Since you're so helpful.
talk about the collection, and you do now, as an option, if you really want. I'm not going to. You do have the ability to get the dancing amulet, the extreme modification, and the kings. I don't use them. I don't think they're particularly worth it, so I'm probably going to spend these later. What you can also see is the DLC weapons that you can trade with either Hugo or Fakey. These two. These are both super cool, and we absolutely will be using both of these in this playthrough, as we will be doing the DLC. We just have to beat Chapter 9 first, so that the DLC will open to us, and at that point you're in a really good level place to attack the DLC, because it is a very high difficulty area. Enemies do a lot of damage. So we want these extra levels we're going to get. You have to do it in New Game Plus if you want to get Platinum, as it has golden records. Remember, up here, walk, don't run, and that way by walking you won't get tripped by that. Grab the dim ergo. Cross over. Oh, didn't mean to grab the diary, I thought that was something else. Don't think we need the chest. No, standard frame +1. The holy mark is the only thing. Let's have a look at where we are with the standard +1. So as you can see there, it's still quite a lot lower. Remember, there's a trap here. Grab the resistance, push the fire. Grab, but don't drop. In fact, you don't even need to grab. Shouldn't have even bothered. Shouldn't have put it in my notes. Down we go. Grab this radiant chunk and pull the chain for the shortcut. Give the holy mark to Cecile.
Oh, thank you. It's a reminder.
Creepy McCreepy face. Let's make sure, what have we got here? Slash, good. Switch to the Aegis or your preferred Legion arm at this point, but it is a boss, so normally Aegis helps out. There are a few bosses in the DLC where the rope is better. That puts us on slightly heavy. So hunters, we're going to swap with carrier's amulet +1. And that means I'm going to chuck the axe back on for some extra damage. Equip the cube. I'm going to take off the sawtooth. That will do. Summon the Spectre. So yeah, phase 1 is more strikes than slash, but then phase 2... actually, yeah, let's... The big hits are the more concerning ones. Skip this. Just doing its job. I don't need to waste the shot, surely. One of these, that should do the job. So that was a charge and a fable. You're the one-winged angel, where do you think you are, Sephiroth? Also, you missed. Little respect I have. I should have more because it does actually represent some damage, but comparatively to other bosses, it's just not. Ah, you like that? Hello. And there we go. Nice and easy. Fallen Archbishop Andreas. Skip the cutscene.
I want to go back to the old KRAT.
The old me before greed overtook all.
Before the greed overtook me.
Oh, you should have thought about that, shouldn't you? Walk back to the Cathedral Library. 4-4. We're not going to pick up all of the basic records we already have, and we're not going to play them all, but this one's a nice easy one. Divine's Confession, her Confession and Divine Service. Then going to warp to the Workshop Union entrance. And yet again we're going to lie. We're going to try and send the Faker to Elysian Boulevard. I have no problem lying to this person because all they're doing is trying to stab us in the back anyway. So we might as well have a little fun.
Is anyone there? You. This place is honor and trust.
Elysian Boulevard.
But I'm no. Remember, it seems the hotel
Gets us a bit of extra humanity points as well. Back to the hotel. We're going to be here for a little while doing things, so play Divine Service. And we'll get the humanity points from this record. Recharge Fable. Talk to Venigni.
I've been in. If my I always will.
Head over to Polendina and top up our sawtooths. Get it up to 31 now, because we can have more throwing items on us. Head over to the Faker, Alidoro. We're going to see the real one after Chapter 9.
You. I am the betrayal. I shall give you. However, it's up to you.
He has a much better voice. And I do like the Nameless One's amulet, so I am going to recommend trade in the Twisted Angel's Ergo for the Nameless One's amulet, and you'll see the equip effect has a chance of not consuming a pulse cell when you use a pulse cell. So yeah, I don't know what the percentage is exactly, it's not a huge chance, but of these 11, there is a chance that one of those gets used and it doesn't use the item, so we can use 12 functionally before we run out. Right, where's Sophia? Oh, we'll talk to Sophia.
Maybe let them work.
Level up. Spend ergo. We're going to spend 2 radiant chunk. These are the 2000s. 2 of those. And 1 vivid chunk for 1500. 3 more levels into capacity to get it to 39. We're going to swap our Legion on. Back to the puppet string. I'm going to swap back to my lighter weapon of choice. And then the Carrier's Amulet slot. You should now be able to have the Nameless One's Amulet equipped. You are welcome to put the Hunters back on if you prefer, but as I said, extra survivability can't go amiss, so the Nameless Amulet goes on there. And with that, the record should finish momentarily.
You're full of some change. KRAT was.
There we go. Get the humanity points from the record, and then we can warp to 4-5, the Archbishop's Altar. How are we doing? Okay. Next Stargazer will end the video. So, onward. Down the lift. Wah! Wah! Grab the ergo before the exit. Rope the dog, always rope the dog. Nope, that's not the binder. Grab, remember that there is a bear trap down here. Don't know why it didn't let me lock onto her the second time. It did the first, and then I couldn't the second.
Once,
Remember to come to the left and grab the
smiling.
smiling bunny mark.
Before Elysian Boulevard was built,
And
this place
soon this
literally was all there
Stargazer will
was
be
of Prague.
active for the DLC
When
once we
some in the
complete
city
Chapter 9.
prospered, they left the old town behind.
In the meantime though,
Through isolation and neglect, KRAT's first
fire up,
incarnation
and if
became
you're silly like me and
nothing
used
but
a
dangerous
pulse cell when you
alleys
didn't
and
need to, have a
desperate
rest.
slums.
Okay, so for me, this is activating the DLC because I have already done it on this account. Don't worry if this doesn't happen for you. You don't need to worry at all. Everything I do will be followable, and once we get to the end of Chapter 9, this DLC will open for you like it is here. So don't worry about this. If that hasn't happened for you,
They're trying to guide us somewhere.
it's just because this account has done the DLC once, so it opens it earlier on subsequent playthroughs. We're still going to stick to the plan, Chapter 9. But that's going to be it for this video for now. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please drop me a like on the video, and if you're not a subscriber, please drop a subscribe as well. The support really does go a long way in helping me produce more content for the future. Thank you all so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and until I do, Bye for now.